Hello, church family. It's time for Just Saying number 4. And my topic for today is whose schedule is it? You know, one of the things that we have in our world is we have 100 different ways to keep track of things. I have a desk pad that I really enjoy in my office, and I keep track of things on it. And I have a day timer, which is a kind of an old-fashioned sort of thing, but I keep track of everything from what appointments that I have to my mileage from work to what's going on in a day and whether I took my medicine or not. I have a phone that apparently will do all those things too, and I think of my different family members and they use it for that, but I haven't gotten quite that far in technology yet, although I do have this little thing that where I can, when I want to remember something, you write it down, and I have been using that. But anyway, one of the reason those things are there, calendars, day timers, for a long time there were, you remember Palm Pilots? Those have gone the way of the dinosaur since the smartphones came out. But that's because we are so busy and we have so much schedule. And then we had a pandemic come along, and all of a sudden everybody says, stop, go home, stay there. Whoa! Well, some of us are working at home, we are, and everything like that, but some of us are also spending time more with our family, and it's a good thing. I go out on the walking trails and walk by myself, and I'm pretty much alone, but as I go along and step my 6 feet social distance around people, I see moms out playing with a couple of kids, or dads out playing with a couple of kids. This morning in church parking lot, there was a family out there with the kids riding the bicycles around, and dad was shooting baskets in our basketball goal that's out there, and they were having a good time with one another. And you know, all those kids probably would have had ball practice, and dad would have been away at work, and mom would have been away at work, and they wouldn't have gotten to do those things if it wasn't for the pandemic. You know, one of the things that is so frustrating to those of us who are wired tight and high-strung is I have in mind what it is that I want to do today. And I want to get these things done on my schedule. I want to check off my to-do list. And if I don't get those things done, I'm frustrated. Sometimes it might even feel to me like like it was some kind of a failure. But you know, sometimes you got to remember that God doesn't see things the way that people see. You know, in God's mind, a lot of us, for so long, have needed to slow down and be quiet, have needed to spend more time with our family, have needed to be home more. Who knows? Those are some of the things in His mind, because I can't know everything that's in His mind. But I want to share a scripture with you in the book of Proverbs. The plans of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. Verse 3, and this is Proverbs 16, by the way. Verse 3, commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established. Verse 4, the Lord has made everything for its own purpose. It's time that we got a little bit better wired into the idea of what exactly does God want me to do right now. Rather than being terrible frustrated and terrible worried, you know, He's got both of those things under control. You know, He knows what's going on with you, and you know, let not your heart be troubled. Be not dismayed, for I am your God, He says. And I just want to encourage you to realize that even though you may have made very definite plans for what's supposed to be going on in March of 2020, I started to say 19 something. I can't keep up with time. What's supposed to be going on in March 2020 is what God says is supposed to be going on in March 2020. You know, the plans of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord, and He wants us to make intelligent plans. But at the end of the day, whose schedule is it? Is it ours, or is it His? I think He's got the better idea. See you next time.